walk back here. See that area? Kind of wet back here today. Little damp, but still nice. You can see the storm that we had back here is kind of tore things up a little bit. There's like somewhat of a cheeky hut that was built. But you can see the wind has pretty much tore it up. And this here's an old table. And here's a fire pit over here. You can tell it hasn't been occupied all winter and all summer. It's been just about a year since anyone's camped out here. And back in here is where my trees at. We can climb up and look out. There's a real jungle in here. Got it on, right?
Yeah.
This thing here goes up about 20 feet. I built this myself because everyone's afraid to climb up it, but for me. About 20 feet up. From up here it's pretty scary. You're up quite a long ways. And you see I'm not going to go up the rest of the way. I got 3 more steps to go up. I get a little dizzy once I get up here. This is far enough for me. But you sure can see kind of scary up here. But there is definitely a real jungle out here.
Hey, this is Bob, my brother. Look up, Bob. Say hello.
Oh, it looks weird.
Really thick in here. Nothing but a jungle.
Push the zoom button.
No, I haven't done that yet. It's hard to get my fingers on top of it. Oh, there's my truck over there.
Zoom it in. Now here's Caffeine Will's camp spot. Right in here. Where he's just set the tent up. See what we're in here is a cabbage palm hammock. And this is a cabbage palm back here. A smaller one. Then we got a lot of this like little soft palmetto around there. If you get too close to it with your bare leg, it'll cut you open like a razor blade. Very, very sharp stuff. There's another cabbage palm. There's a cabbage inside here. You usually hack off about the very top part. And there's like a real cabbage type of stuff in there. You take it out and you boil it up and cook it and you can eat it. It's pretty tasty. Very, very tight. Well, it hasn't been used for a long time, so it needs to be cleared out. But it gets very tight, as you can see. This should look really neat in the film. Look at that, Mom, see what it looks like. Home sweet home. This is it. Peaceful out here, quiet, nobody around. It's nothing like the Florida Everglades. This is it. It sure beats the rat race in Orlando every day. You could stay here for a week with no problem. Wax myrtle tree here.
Guys,
You get it out of the way so when people drive through and get through without the thing scratching the vehicle. What a beautiful spot to camp out in here. Look at this. Primo in here. Look at this. Get right in here with a vehicle here. Set the tent up. You got to stay close. Perfect spot for camping in here. Again, you got all your cabbage palms. You can see how big the cabbage palms get. And this one here, you can see I'm 6 foot tall. You can see that one there is definitely a good 15 foot. This is what happens. These things get brittle. As they grow up, they get brittle, you can break them off. You give a real nice shade. Come in here in the summertime when it's very, very hot. It's a very cool area to be. The ground's kept moist from all the shade, and it's a good place to get if it's raining. If it's raining, these leaves will really keep a lot of water off you. Very nice area. Very rare. You see here's another campsite here. My camp. There's somebody else's campsite back in here. Sign here they got Bud Light. You must be Bud Light people. Look at all the golf balls. Look at that. Golf ball city. You see a great big limb fell over the camp since I've been here last. Come up on close up these little cheeky huts. Get from around here.
Yeah.
I guess if they get any fear when it's hot, it's a little dungy cave. Come on in, Bobby. Get more of a view to some degree.
it's turning out.
You see this in here is probably about 6 feet. About 6 feet by 12 feet. Small hut, 6 feet by 12 feet, and you can see I'm standing in here. So it's approximately about 5 feet tall. It's not quite tall enough for me to stand up in, but pretty neat though.
Yeah. What do you think about the camp, Bob?
Started too much garbage.
Yeah, where's that garbage at? There's a Budweiser can, another Budweiser can. There's some trash, garbage, somewhat garbage debris or some kind of stuff. That's what happens when you leave your garbage here. Rains on it, animals carry it around. It's a nice lounge chair if you get tired. There's a good sized tree right in front of me. There goes Bobby off in the jungle. There he goes. Lots of cypher trees around here. Got pretty much a mixer here, cypher trees and pine trees. There's a nice cypher tree leaf right in front of me. You see how it's blooming now. Nice and green and firm. Give it a couple more months, it'll be really thick, really green. It'll be so thick in here you won't even be able to see through the woods anymore. Very peaceful out here though. This is the place to be if you want to be away from it all. You got a little bit of highway noise. Yeah, these are real nature lovers. They love nature so much they leave their garbage behind. Look at that filth laying on the ground. Here's a big branch that fell down over the storm. There's a fire pit. Looks like a front grill of an old swamp buggy of some kind. Broken up bricks. That's a nice little solid table they got built there. Water jug underneath there, a white bucket. Some old swamp buggy chairs. Someone left a t-shirt. Another old seat. They got enough seats back here set down in. There's the golf balls. I believe there's a restroom right back in here. There should be a bathroom they have out here. Looks like I'm coming across something that looks like a toilet. Move this branch out of the way. There you go. Looks like to me it's an overflow. Must not flush right. Very good. Now let me see if I can flush it. There's a flusher right here. It should still flush. It works. Kind of dirty though, isn't it? There's that little thing down there. It's open now. Let's take the junk out. And it closes. This was a Shire commode for an RV. Probably found an old RV somewhere and ripped it out. Kind of cracked and broken up. But it does the job though. Well, that's it for this campsite. We're moving on to who knows where. There's one more of these little huts over there. And there's some of those air plants. You can see they're into the process of blooming. There's the blooms right there. About another month these things will be bloomed out, really pretty flowers. I can't believe all these golf balls. Golf balls, golf balls, golf balls. Must be around 40 to 50 golf balls there. My camp. Well, it definitely isn't my camp. It's got too much junk, too much garbage. You definitely can tell people would definitely come here. It's a real nice plant, Florida native plant. Found down here into the Everglades area very, very much. A lot of this. Here's a holly tree.
tall tree going up with the branches, a little holly tree. It puts out little red berries certain times of the year. The lower areas is probably about 6 to 7 inches of elevation change going into a wetland area, cypher trees. You'll see there's some cypher trees in here, some pine trees. Eventually it'll fade off, nothing but cypher trees. You'll find some maple trees back in there. Before I know what the tree was, it's called paper tree. You can see why I call it the paper tree. It's like paper, the bark is like this. This is a small one here. You see it's got a lot of flex to it because it has so much juice in it. Originates from Australia. Back in here you'll see there's some more of it. It gets very, very thick in here. This shows you because the land is very, very wet. See, the land gets a lot lower. You can pretty much tell if you're actually here. The land definitely drops down. And you start finding lots of cypher trees. Now, talking about the Melaleuca, here's a very large Melaleuca in here. Very large. Right back in here. Let's step on stuff and move stuff out of the way you can see. The tree gets very, very big. Here I am and there's a tree. You can see the tree is very big. It's probably about 5 feet to 4 feet in diameter. Very large tree, very, very tall. Very nice cypress tree here. More likely the wind blew it. We probably had rotten base. You see there's cypress trees all over in here. Still got a few pines. Now here's another bloom up here. This one's bloomed a little bit more color than the one I had